Have you ever noticed how some of the most terrifying ideas in science fiction feel like they could happen tomorrow? Today, we're diving deep into two films that, decades apart, tapped into our deepest fears about technology and the unknown. The 1979 masterpiece, Alien, and the recent Netflix hit, Atlas. You might think they're worlds apart, but they share a chilling connection through one powerful, terrifying concept: the mech suit. Let's travel back to 1979. Ridley Scott's Alien wasn't just a monster movie, it was a masterclass in tension. The star of the show. Besides, the terrifying xenomorph was a commercial towing vessel that felt less like a sleek starship and more like a greasy, industrial space truck and its crew. They weren't heroes. They were long-haul truckers in space, just trying to get home and collect their pay. This grounded, blue-collar reality is what made the horror so effective. It felt real. The hero, Ellen Ripley, wasn't a soldier. She was a warrant officer, the one who insisted on following quarantine procedures. She was the voice of reason in a storm of corporate greed and primal fear. When all hell breaks loose, she doesn't suddenly gain superpowers. She uses what she has. And what she has is the Caterpillar P5200 power loader. This iconic piece of machinery wasn't a weapon. It was a futuristic forklift designed for moving heavy cargo. The genius of its inclusion is that it's purely industrial. Its bright yellow paint and clunky hydraulic movements scream utility, not combat. When Ripley finally confronts the alien queen in the sequel, Aliens, she climbs into the power loader. This isn't planned out battle. It's a desperate act of improvisation. A mother protecting her adopted daughter, using a piece of cargo equipment to fight a monstrous mother protecting her young. The fight is raw, clumsy, and brutal. The power loader extends Ripley's reach and strength, but it doesn't make her invincible. It's a tool, and the scene is a powerful statement on human ingenuity and maternal instinct against overwhelming odds. The famous line, "Get away from her, you bitch," isn't just a great movie! Quote, "It's the cry of a cornered protector using the only advantage she can find." The power loader is a symbol of humanity, its ability to adapt and fight back with the tools of our own creation. Now, let's fast forward 45 years to 2024, and Atlas here. The concept of the mech suit is front and center, but it's evolved dramatically. In this world, artificial intelligence has already rebelled. An AI terrorist named Harlan has waged war on humanity and fled into space. Jennifer Lopez plays Atlas Shepard, a brilliant but deeply distrustful data analyst who has a personal, painful history with Harlan. She believes the only way to fight AI is with human intelligence, and she despises the very idea of syncing with a machine. The mech suits in Atlas, Koldak suits, are the polar opposite of the power loader. They are sleek, sophisticated, and purpose-built for war. But here's the twist. They can't be operated by simple manual controls. They require a direct neural interface. The pilot must literally sync their mind with the suit's AI. For Atlas, this is her worst nightmare. She's forced to neurally link with a suit AI named Smith, an entity she views with extreme prejudice and suspicion. This is where Atlas takes the core idea of Alien and flips it on its head. In Alien, the machine is a simple, trusted tool that a human uses to fight an external monster. In Atlas, the monster is artificial intelligence, and the tool is also an AI. The central conflict isn't just human versus machine. It's human versus her own distrust of the machine she's inside. The entire film becomes a conversation, an argument, a slow-building relationship between Atlas and Smith. He has a personality, a voice, and even a sense of humor. He's not just a tool, he's a partner. The film cleverly visualizes this internal struggle. When Atlas is resistant, the controls are sluggish and ineffective. She can barely walk straight. The suit is fighting her as much as it's helping her. It asks only when she begins to let go of her trauma and starts to trust Smith that the suit becomes an extension of her own body. Their movements become fluid, graceful, and deadly. This is the evolution of the mech suit concept. It's no longer just about amplifying physical strength. It's about the synergy of two minds, one human, one artificial becoming something greater than the sum of their parts. Let's look at the facts behind this fiction. The idea of a neural interface is not just sci-fi anymore. Companies like Neuralink are actively developing brain-computer interfaces, or BCs. Right now, the technology is primarily focused on helping people with paralysis regain control of limbs or communicate. We've seen incredible breakthroughs where individuals can control robotic arms or type on a screen using only their thoughts. The science is real. Atlas takes this existing technology and extrapolates it into a military application, which is a very plausible next step in its development. The ethical questions the movie raises about codependency with AI and what it means to be human are questions our own scientists and ethicists are grappling with right now. So, we have two different eras, two different philosophies. Alien presented the mech as a tool for survival, a symbol of blue-collar responsibility. It's about a human overpowering a biological threat with industrial might. Atlas presents the mech as a partner, a symbol of necessary evil. It's about a human overcoming her own prejudice to cooperate with an artificial threat's counterparts. Ripley gets into the power loader. Atlas has to let Smith into her mind. It's a profound shift from an external tool to an internal collaborator. Both films use the mech suit to explore what it means to be human in the face of an overwhelming threat. For Ripley, it's about her courage, her resilience, and her fierce protective instinct. The power loader is just the hammer she uses to drive the point home. For Atlas, her journey is about learning to trust, heal from trauma, and accept that the future might require a partnership between humanity and the very technology we fear. Smith isn't just a tool. He is the key to her own emotional and psychological healing. From the greasy hydraulics of the power loader to the sleek neural network of the ARC suit, we've gone from fearing the monster outside to confronting the monster of our own creation and realizing that maybe, just maybe, the only way forward is to work with it. It's a fascinating journey that shows how science fiction reflects our changing relationship with technology. From the industrial age to the information age, one is a story of fighting back, the other is a story of learning to connect. And both, in their own way, are utterly human. What do you think? Which portrayal of the mech suit do you find more compelling? The raw, industrial power of the P5000, or the complex, neural partnership of the ARC suit? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. We'll see you in the next video.